Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, I am so glad you're here, so let's jump into today's video. I feel like it's been so long since I filmed. It's really only been like a couple of weeks, but it feels way longer than that. But today we are back with another Universal Yums box. If you guys don't know what Universal Yums is, it is a snack subscription box that picks one country a month and sends you either a small, medium, or large box based on what you picked to your door every month to try. I ended up getting the bigger box. I bought myself a 6-month subscription. I bought the bigger box because it comes with a drink as well as more snacks than the smaller ones, and I believe it's $42 a month. Inside the box, the first thing you see is like a big information card about the country. This month is France, which I don't think I've ever had this box before. And then it tells you on the back just some more fun information and facts about the country and gives you a spot to rank all of the snacks. There are also always stickers in the box, and then there is a more in-depth information packet about each and every snack and kind of their role in the culture, and then also just more facts about the country that you are getting snacks from. While I'm taste testing this box, I am going to do what I did the past few months, where I just went down the list of how it recommends eating it, and here, let's jump into this snack box and see what this is all about. I am so sorry again if I get the pronunciations wrong on these things. The first things we have are pure butter biscuits from Les Sables, I believe. They smell good. I don't know if these are going to be like sweet or savory. They do smell very buttery. They're definitely more sweet than savory, but they do have a very strong, like, just butter shortbready flavor. Yeah, the flavor is very subtle. It's very nice. I feel like that would pair well with a lot of different things. I really like that. I'm going to give those a 7.5. The next item to try are Brett's goat cheese and Espelette chili potato chips. I believe it's Espelette. It might be Espelette. I personally am a fan of goat cheese in most circumstances. Also, I just want to mention that this packaging is thick. Like, this is good quality packaging. Wow. Wow. That is like straight up goat cheese is what that smells like. The chips are surprising me a little bit because they are quite orange. I was expecting them to not be so orange since goat cheese is white. Man, I wish that you guys could smell this. I would not say that they have a kick at all. You can taste spices, but it's not like spicy. The first flavor that you taste when you try this is just like straight up greasy potato chip flavor. The goat cheese is more of like an essence. Like, it's not a super strong flavor, but you like still taste it. I don't know if that makes sense. Again, I really like these. I could eat that whole bag super easy. I'm gonna give those an 8.5. Next up, we have strawberry bonbons. If you guys have never had a bonbon before, they're really good. They're just like a chewy candy. Like, I don't even know how else to explain them. It does smell very like artificially strawberry flavored, but I wouldn't really expect anything less with strawberry candy. They are coated in, I think it's cornstarch. They're definitely more of like a harder chewy candy though. That was a very good strawberry flavor. It was still artificial, but it wasn't too sweet to where it was like overbearing. That was honestly really good. I'm gonna give those an 8. If you guys have never had a bonbon before, I definitely recommend them. They're so good. Like I said, they're so different texturally than other candies, and you should definitely try them. Moving right along to the next snack. This one is also a sweet. This is a raspberry cake roll, and it says stop. Before you bite into this cake, smell it. So I'm definitely gonna smell it, even though I already would have anyways. Oh, interesting. So this is not eaten as a dessert, actually. Typically, it's eaten as a breakfast item. So it's similar to like a little pastry. I feel like it might be similar to like Pop-Tart flavor or something like that. It definitely looks a lot sweeter than it would taste. I think that I could have one of these for breakfast most days and not think it was like too overpoweringly sweet. The sponge cake itself doesn't add a ton of sweetness. Pretty much all of the sweetness comes from the raspberry jam that's inside of it, but it's also still quite tart too, like you would expect a raspberry to be. I think it has a pretty natural raspberry flavor since it is more jam instead of like an artificial flavoring. Clearly, I think that it's really good if I'm eating this whole thing right now. So far, this box has really high numbers. I'm also rating that an 8. These are the Truffles & Co. chocolate chip cookie truffles. I don't know if you can see that, but that is what they look like. They are all covered in cocoa powder, so it is like a softer chocolate truffle rather than like a harder like Lindt one. Oh man. When you just get a lick of that cocoa powder, not great. It's definitely dark chocolate. So if you're not a dark chocolate fan like myself, you probably won't love those. It does have a bit of sweetness from those crunchy like chocolate chip cookie pieces in it. I don't think it's enough sweetness to necessarily combat the bitterness of that dark chocolate. However, if you like dark chocolate, you will probably really like those. Personally, I'm gonna give them a 5 just because I think it's pretty strong on the dark chocolate, and that's not my favorite flavor. The next couple of treats that we are gonna try are coming from the Yum Bag, which is just like little tiny individually wrapped snacks. Okay, so there are only 2 things in the Yum Bag this time. The first I feel like is pretty similar to a lot of the other things we have gotten. This says these are France's famous Fleur de Sel meets buttery sweetness. So it's a Fleur de Sel caramel. I think it's just like salted caramel. Very, very nice texture, nice flavor. Honestly, I think it could have used just a hint more salt, but I know that not everybody likes super salted caramels. Did it super stand out to me? No, but it was really good. So I am gonna give it a 7.5. Now this is the same company as the truffles that we just had. These are the Truffles & Co. popcorn truffles. Basically just looks like the same thing. I think this one got a little smushed, but it's basically the same thing. So I'm confused. Is there popcorn inside of it? Because the description didn't say anything about popcorn. I'm pleasantly surprised by those. It is still very dark chocolatey, but the saltiness of that popcorn in there, it's also like crunchy, but the saltiness of the popcorn really helps with how bitter that dark chocolate is. Still not my favorite thing. Still probably won't be reaching for a ton of those, but I will say it's better than the other truffles. So I'm actually going to give that one a 6.5, whereas I gave the other ones from that same company a 5. The next snack is a savory thing, thankfully. These are the Bretto cheesy spinach and garlic bagel bites. So they're just like almost little like croutons. They're really thin. I thought they were going to be a little bit thicker. I will say that I mainly taste like bread and garlic. I don't really taste any cheesiness or like spinach, but those are really good. That would be like delicious on top of like a salad or something, or even like on top of a nice soup. Those would be really, really good. They really just, to me, remind me of like croutons, but they're good. I'm gonna go ahead and give those a 7. And we have had something from this brand before. The other chips that I really liked were this brand. These are the Barrett's garlic aioli potato chips. Whoa. One thing about these chips, they're gonna hit you in the nose. They do have a strong garlic flavor, but not as strong as the smell was when I first opened this. There's still a really good combination of garlic to salt to potato, like greasy chip flavor. Whereas I said that the other chips that we had, the potato flavor kind of hit you first. I think the garlic flavor hits you first in this one, and then that potato flavor comes in as you're chewing it. I think I do like the other ones better just because they're a little bit different. I'm going to rate those an 8. Moving right along, we have the Jicapa Sour Cherry Hard Candies. And these look sour. I don't think I can get this to focus, but it is just coated with like sugar crystals and probably citric acid. Let's try this. That is indeed citric acid. Oh man, wow. Honestly, I would say around like sour Skittles, maybe even a little bit more sour. I do think that the cherry flavor is obviously very artificial, but it is a little bit medicinal as well. I think it does taste a little bit like cherry medicine. They aren't my favorite, but they're not bad. If you want something sour, I think those are a really good option. We've really never had anything sour in the Universal Yums boxes before, so I think that that does stand out in a good way. I'm gonna give them a 6.5. The drink that we got in this box is Orangina Citrus Soda. I have noticed most of the drinks that we had have been orangey and citrusy. It definitely smells very orangey, and it kind of just looks like orange juice. So this is basically carbonated orange juice. It's good. It does taste very like natural orange juice flavor. I always underestimate how carbonated these are gonna be. Having orange juice right after you have sour cherry might not be the best decision. I'm gonna give that a 6.5 as well. Next up, we have another bag of chips from the brand Brett's. These are their honey mustard potato chips. They don't smell very mustardy, so let's just try. Again, I think that the two biggest flavors that hit you right out of the gate is just that potato chip flavor, and also these are very salty. These are probably the saltiest out of the three, but that mustard flavor is very subtle. They're slightly sweet, slightly tangy. I think maybe the more that I eat them, the more I'm tasting that mustardy flavor. Not bad. And that's coming from somebody who does not like mustard. But if those were at a party and they were the only option, I'd be eating them. And I wouldn't complain. 7.5. These are the lemon palette cookies from the same brand that we had those very first cookies from. This says buttery cookies with a lemony fragrance. So I don't know if they're gonna taste super lemony or just smell it. These are also a lot thicker than the other ones. You definitely do get a lemony flavor in there. I definitely wouldn't say it's sour. Overall, these are still pretty sweet, but you do get a little bit of tanginess. The buttery ones were just so simple and could go with like everything, but I love a good lemon. So I think I'm just gonna rate them the same. So I'm giving this one a 7.5. The last two snacks that we have to try are both sweets. Again, we have another flavor of bonbons. So these are the Boole's caramel bonbons. They smell very caramely. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I feel about those. I feel like the caramel flavor was almost more of a butterscotch flavor, which still isn't bad. They were still good. Very rich, very sweet. I definitely like the strawberry ones better. I'm gonna rate these a 7. I'm a little scared to try these, not gonna lie. These are violet gummies. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that is in the shape of a flower, which is pretty cute. These are definitely like a harder gummy. Definitely not as florally as I thought that they were gonna be. I think almost the aftertaste is a little bit more floral than the actual when you're eating it. It was good. It was good. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Let's quickly go through my top 3 favorite snacks. So these ones were actually tied, and I really don't know which ones I like better. So I'm gonna say tied for second place is the raspberry cake roll that I ate the whole thing of, so obviously I liked it, and these strawberry bonbons. These are definitely sweeter than this is. This was just so like light and tart and had that little bit of sweetness. I just thought it was very well balanced, and it tastes very good, obviously. And then the strawberry bonbons are just, I just love bonbons, and I liked the strawberry ones better than the caramel ones. And in my first spot are the Brett's goat cheese chips. I just think these are so good. They stand out a little bit because they have a different flavor. Let me know in the comments below which snacks you would want to try the most, or if you have had any of these snacks, let me know if you liked them. Again, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate every one of you guys that are watching. I actually hit 500 subscribers not that long ago, which is super exciting. And now I can get my channel monetized for like certain things like super thanks and things like that. So that's honestly a really big step for me, and I'm super excited. So thank you seriously to everybody who watches these videos. I hope that you guys enjoy them. That's really all that I have to say. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.